I want to come out as trans femme. Step 1. Open the door for mom. Oh, thanks son, that's so sweet. Ladies first. Step 2. Cut her off and run inside first. Step 3. Profit. You mad? Listen, I know a lot of people are kind of coming online to look for like suggestions on way to come out. Not sure this is like the most efficient way to do it, but it could work because she's gonna question why you did it. So it might work. You know, if your mom's cool. Hello babyqueers and welcome back to my channel. It is now officially Pride Month, and to start Pride Month off right, we gotta do queer memes. To be fair, disclaimer, I am gonna do other videos this month as well that aren't inherently queer. Because honestly, like, let's face it, even if I do videos on like a subreddit that isn't about being queer, I'm very good at relating it to queer things. But you know, just fair disclaimer. But anyways, you know the drill. You gotta get hydrated, grab some water or some tea or some iced coffee. And when you have your drink, we're gonna continue with the memes. Are you hydrated? Good, let's go. Me, scared of using the wrong pronouns when talking about someone I don't know very well. They, them. Honestly, in English, I kind of do this a lot because, like, if I have a post by someone or like a TikTok of someone and I don't know their pronouns because I don't check for every single video I save, and they don't like clearly state something that indicates it, I will probably be using they, them, because it is like worse to like misgender someone. Like, it feels worse to that person than gender neutral language does to most people, because for most people gender neutral is like, okay, you don't want to assume, so you're just gonna use something gender neutral. So honestly, I love they, them so much. As a little boy, bullies called me a girl. Now bullies call me a man. You can't win. Only I do, because I have a killer rack and a big dick. Listen, you take your wins where you can get them. And to be fair, you win. You win. It's fine. You win. But literally, just who gives a shit what bullies say? Because literally, they don't care if they make sense. They're literally just saying things to be hurtful. And I know that doesn't necessarily mean it's not hurtful when you realize that, but the more you think about it, and the more you realize how absolutely ridiculous these people are, because they'll go around and be like, no, but you're obviously just like super gay, or you're a girl if you do this as a guy. They're just like, you know what? No, actually, you kind of have a point. Like, I am actually like a trans woman. And then suddenly they're, no, but you're still a man. Y'all, mind your own damn business. And let queer people live their lives in peace. You know? Cisgender women twerking in front of kids. Stop cis female groomers. Like and share if you agree. Cis women have no business around your kids. Wake up, America. Disclaimer, this is satire. But honestly, this is just as ridiculous as banning drag queens, really. If that's the route you want to take. Because literally, I've said it before, like, if drag queens perform at like a drag brunch or something where kids are going to be present, their act is going to look wildly different than if they perform at a nightclub where no minors are allowed. So honestly, if they do something like a lot more sexual, then that's fine because no minors are present. But if they know minors are going to be present, their act is going to look like a lot different. And honestly, kids don't really see twerking as something sexual. They just see it as like dancing and having fun, which I think is fair. Me, realizing the fact that I'm legally an adult and COVID has ended, so I can attend pride parades without my parents bitching about it. Unlimited power! Well, to be fair, they can still bitch about it, but they can't actually stop you from going. Because you're an adult. You get to choose what you do. I mean, if you still live with them, there's gotta be arguments. But still, they can't actually like stop you from going. So go, have fun, and celebrate, you know? Erase people aren't valid. Nope, let's burn that shit. Because we will not have the slender here on this channel. Get out of here. Go burn the note. Come on. You know, I don't think I've ever actually felt like a woman. Wait, you too? I thought it was just me. Several years later, this feels so much better. Agreed. This is so funny. In my last queer TikTok video, I had like a trans couple who transitioned together because they were like, you know what? This literal scenario of, oh wait, fuck, I don't feel like a woman. That's just, I want to transition. And then the other person was just like, you know what? Me too. And then they transitioned together and stayed together. It was just the cutest thing ever. The cutest thing ever, I'm telling you. Trans femmes. Peen is. No. Peen was. At least after bottom surgery. That is fair. Listen. I have a difficult relationship with puns. But queer people doing them is somehow way more acceptable. You know? Companies in June. What's the LGBT, my tops and bottoms? And don't forget to try a new iced faggot latte. Ooh. I am not ready. Although, to be fair, I do think it's probably worse in the US with like companies literally just slapping a rainbow on everything and just being like, okay, here, have your pride shed. I'm gonna profit off of you, you freaking faggot. Like, it's worse in the US probably. But listen, y'all, if all you're doing is rainbow capitalism without like any actual activism behind it, that shit sucks, man. You have to be male or female. Bro, relax. I'm literally just vibing. I'm not sure with the amount of queer people who have anxiety, we can call it just vibing. But that's what we're trying to do, right? We're just trying to vibe and live our life and, you know, just have a fun time. And then these people come around and try to ruin it by pulling shit like this. Like, literally, why do you care? No one's saying you have to identify as anything other than a man or a woman. No one's saying you have to. No one's saying you even have to think about your gender. But you want to pull the shit and get involved in other people's lives this much? That's just weird. You shouldn't be gay or trans because my religion forbids homosexuality. Okay, well, my religion doesn't forbid homosexuality or being trans. Does that mean I can support the LGBTQ+ community as much as I want? Well, yes, if you choose to follow that religion, it means you have to follow those rules. And maybe not do certain things. But with the amount of people, especially who take the rules of their religion as loosely as they do, and then want to turn around and pull the shit and be like, no, but being gay is wrong, according to my religion. But I'm not going to listen to any other shit the Bible says, because, no, that's inconvenient to me. You know, not wear mixed fabrics, not get tattoos, no premarital sex or whatever. I don't know. I didn't pay attention in church, like, ever, probably, so I don't freaking know, because I don't care. I don't care. I gotta be honest. But listen, if you want to turn around and be like, no, my religion says being gay is wrong. Those religions are fucking ancient, and literally, with the amount of times religion has been used to oppress people and trying to like distinguish groups of people and be like, no, this is our religion and that means we're better than you because y'all are savages. Honestly, that's just why I don't vibe with the religion at all anymore, because it's been used for harm too many times, actually. Yeah, but still, if your religion says you can't do something, don't do it. It's your religion, you gotta follow the rules, not everyone else. Being gay is a choice. Well, become gay then. I dare you, if it's a choice. Because you know what vibes it's getting. If you keep saying, oh no, but being gay is a choice, or being bisexual is a choice, What it's giving is vibes of you were attracted to the same gender, but you suppressed them because you chose to ignore those kind of feelings. That's all it's giving. That's literally all it's giving, you know? Who has an opinion about women's sports? Okay, who has an opinion about women's sports that isn't about trans women? I thought so. And literally, y'all don't care about women's sports. So you can't turn around and pretend to care about women's sports as an excuse to hate on trans people. You fucking hypocrite. Sit your ass down. Come on. Become a lesbian. Embrace all the stereotypes. Fall in love with your best friend who lives 5,000 miles away and lose interest in everyone else. Fall in love with your best friend who lives 5,000 miles away and lose interest in everyone else? Well, if you embrace all the stereotypes, you need to embrace all of them. But it might not be a good idea. Like, embracing stereotypes in a way is, like, okay. Like, obviously, stereotypes kind of exist because it's a thing that's just, like, noticeable in a group of people that has, like, some truth to it. Like, obviously, you can be a lesbian and, like, not fit the stereotypical lesbian at all. But if you are a lesbian and you realize you do fit in that stereotype quite well, then that's fine. So honestly, kind of for embracing the stereotype, like if that's what feels natural to you, to whatever wear keys on a carabiner and have short nails and short hair and prefer to wear men's clothes and be kind of butch and be able to fix a car or whatever. What is the butch lesbian stereotype? I'm not sure. I feel like it changes sometimes, but anyways, if that's you, that's cool. Like a lot of women think it's sexy, right? So it'll probably work in your favor. Like if that feels comfortable to you, cool. But honestly, if you don't, if you're like super femme and you like being feminine, who gives a shit? Who gives a shit? But if you use a stereotype to make yourself miserable because you fell in love with your best friend who lives like 5,000 miles away, I kind of don't think that's a stereotype you meant to fit into. People who hate rainbow capitalism because of the rainbow. Ew! People who hate rainbow capitalism because of the capitalism. Yeah, that's literally why we hate it. We hate it because it's capitalism. We hate it because it's empty promises of, oh yeah, here, we support you, here, have a rainbow product, without actually doing anything, without using some of the profits for organizations that fight for queer people, or anything, you know? Nope, just here, have a queer product. We're gonna slap a rainbow on it, probably make it more expensive than our usual product, and make money off of you. Great. Hate it. Hate it so much. You tuck to help with gender dysphoria. I tuck because I don't like my balls slipping out of my panties. I'd appreciate advice. You can't do this. You use the meme format wrong. I kind of appreciate it because you grab people's attention with that. So I'm really hoping someone was able to give you good advice, because I'm sorry, I don't know anything about tucking, because I'm sorry, I just don't. But I hope someone was able to help you. My child came out as gender fluid. I tell them I respect them, but specifically say I won't use different names or pronouns with them. I never bring it up or acknowledge it ever again. Why does my child not tell me things? Because you're a clown. Absolute clown behavior. Absolute clown behavior. What are you doing? That is, like, you can't say you respect them, but... Especially if it's such a big but as, you know what, I don't give a shit about your pronouns or name, I'm just gonna keep using the same things even though you literally just told me it makes you uncomfortable, I don't give a shit. You can't say that, but then say, but I respect you, because clown behavior, no one's believing you, and that's a pretty great way to make your child not want to tell you anything anymore. You know? So if that was your goal, good job. Otherwise, do better. My textbook, using a lot of gay couples and exercises. Yes! All of them are in creepy MLL relationships. Oh no. Oh no. this is why it's kind of cringy when people like slap in a gay character into something just for the representation, really. Because then they always go to like the gay stereotype, and it's always kind of creepy and super weird. And in a way, it feels better than no representation, but like it very much just perpetuates that stereotype in a really weird way. And then people just have this image of queer people that they really shouldn't, because there's just too many different ways to be queer. And if you only display like one thing, like one very niche group, that's not gonna end well. Oh my god, I have been forced to explain homosexuality to my kids aged 3 and 4 because their uncle is gay. This incredibly difficult and traumatic experience went as follows. Child, why does Uncle Bob go everywhere with Pete? Because they're in love, like mommy and daddy are. Oh, can I have a biscuit? We're all scarred for life. Scarred, I tell you. This is literally what happens when you have to explain it to kids. Because kids don't really like fully understand like adult relationships anyways. They don't care. You just say, oh, these two people are in love. Like, they're in a relationship together. They're just, you know, they're happy together. And they're just like, okay. Alright, cool, if you say so. Like, kids learn new things every day. If you tell them, oh yeah, no, these two people are in love, they're not gonna question it. They're just gonna be, okay, cool. And ask for cookies. Or something to drink. Or whatever. Or ask you to play with them. Because they literally, kids don't care. Kids literally just don't care. I overheard 2 guys at school today. Guy 1 walks up to his friends. Guy 2, get out of here, Ginger. Guy 3, yeah. Guy 1, oh, no, just kidding. I love you, man. Homo. Don't you mean no homo? I mean full homo. For real? Yeah, man, go to Winter Ball with me. Yeah, yes. Perfect. I'm thinking blue ties. He has a plan. That was kind of smooth. That was kind of smooth. And he also, like, he's prepared like a color scheme, because he looked at you and was like, you know what, I think blue would match both of us really well, so let's go with blue ties. And I appreciate it. This is just cute. I can just imagine guy 2 just standing there like, wait, what is happening? Like, are you two going out now? Alright, cool. I'm hoping he was that chill, actually. If not, he gotta do better, but I'm hoping he was just that chill. My music teacher is just a bomb. He keeps telling the students not to make out in the hallway, and he's like, guys, we get it, you love each other. But high school romance doesn't last. Look at me, I dated a girl in high school and now I'm married to a man. This is what I aspire to be. The kind of chaotic energy, really. Chaotic. Like, I mean, I'm kind of not the biggest fan of just telling teenagers they shouldn't do certain things. But honestly, like, people who full on make out in hallways are really kind of weird, because you're just like making everyone else be a part of it, and that's kind of weird. Like, if you kiss each other like slightly or hold hands, who gives a shit? But if you're like full on like roping each other and making out in a public place, even if you're an adult, that's just weird. Literally, I was on the walk the other day, and there was this couple, and they literally stopped like in the middle of the street. Like, it was evening and it was like empty, but they stopped in the middle of the freaking street to make out and like rope each other, and not caring if anyone else is present. And that's kind of weird. Why are all your poems about girls? Are you trying to write from a boy's point of view? I think that's really creative, and I've never seen that in writing before. You're gonna go far with your poetry. I'm a huge lesbian. She's a lesbian, Harold. How can people be this oblivious that gay people exist? Like, it's not like you wrote like a sentence post that you're like finished with in like a second. Like a quick comment. You literally typed out this whole ass paragraph and not thought twice about the fact that people are gay. Like, at no point during this like paragraph you had the thought of, wait, am I even making sense? Really? Not at all? Okay. I love it when the gender options are male, female, and prefer not to answer. Like, it just reads as boy, girl, and what are you, a cop? I don't know you anything. My gender is come back with a warrant. If you're a straight person, that's kind of my gender, actually. Yeah, like, just... Do I care to explain it this much? Because I feel like if I explain it to queer people, it's kind of gonna make sense to them, but if I explain it to straight people, they're just gonna look at me and be like, not really get it. So come back with a warrant. Being a male nurse makes you gay. No. The fact that I have a boyfriend and love him makes me gay. The fact that I'm a nurse just makes me awesome. Kind of fair. Being a nurse is hard. Like, I mean, having to deal with people is hard enough. Dealing with stupid people who refuse to listen to doctors or nurses, probably even more frustrating. And you have to help these people and be nice to them. I could never. I could literally never. But yeah, the fact that you have a boyfriend and lover makes you very gay, actually. Yeah. You look so gay. No, that's offensive. You look so gay. Thank you. It matters who says it. It just matters. Like, if a straight person does it, it always sounds hateful. Like, there's no way a straight person can say this without sounding offensive or ignorant. But if queer people do it, it means, hey, first of all, I think you look cool. Second of all, if I see you out in public, even if I wouldn't know you, I would know you're queer and feel like safer around you. And that's awesome. And we love it. Like, if queer people do it, it's super fine. It's the same with, like, if a woman tells you you look hot or sexy, it's fine. If a man does it, it very quickly tends to have, like, a very creepy undertone, you know? That's just true. That's just how it is, you know? My dad was taking me driving, and after I parked, I got out and checked and shouted, "I'm straight!" Well, at least my parking job is. And my dad slams his hand onto the dashboard and goes, "You couldn't have waited until college to make that joke? Now I owe your mom $10? I didn't think you would admit it yet." So that's the story of how my parents have been betting on when I'd come out. Please stop reblogging this, my dad thinks he's cool now. I love that it's not even the debate of, is he actually gay? And like betting on if the kid is gay or not. It's just like, okay, we know he's gay. Will he admit it? Probably yes, but when? I love the energy. I love it. But honestly, that's just funny. Your parents are funny. And we like your parents. Because, honestly, like, if this is your reaction to someone coming out, that's just funny. Because it shows that you don't care. It's like, okay, the kid is gay. We know. It's fine. Like, he's our child and we love him. And we're not going to pressure him into coming out. We're just going to wait until he does. And I think that's kind of amazing. And we don't have enough parents being like this. So, I hate to tell you this, but that is kind of cool, actually. So there was a girl in my year 10 biology class who always complained about boys and how she hated going on dates with them. And one day she said, "I wish I could just date girls." And one of her friends said, "You can, it's called gay." And she was like, "Oh, wanna go on a date?" And her friend said yes. Again, how can you just like go so long without like thinking about the fact that people are gay? And just being like, hey, wait, maybe that's why I hate going on dates with boys so much, because I'm just not interested in boys that way. How did you go that long without recognizing that? Oh well. But hey, I'm glad you know now, and I'm glad you got a date with your friend. Society. Blue is for boys, and pink is for girls. Me. Gender non-conforming lobster is my new aesthetic. This lobster is just hella cute. Like, that's just pretty. That's literally just pretty. Like, I've never wanted a fish tank or a lobster tank or anything. Because honestly, kind of boring. I really just know. But this lobster is so pretty. It's so bi-colored as well. I love this lobster. I dress in mostly black, which is kind of hard to believe if this is your first video, because I'm not wearing a black shirt right now, but still. I would wear like a black shirt with this lobster on it. Did I ever tell people about the time me and my family thought my older brother was gay and dating his best friend? They used to hold hands and cuddle and shit all the time, and cause my brother's super quiet, we kinda just thought that was him coming out, and we didn't really say anything about it. This went on for maybe 2 years, and then one day he arrives home with his girl and is like, I'd like you guys to meet my girlfriend. And at that point, everyone is like, wait, what? And my mom is literally crying, like, you broke up with James? And honestly, I've never seen a man more confused in his life, and yeah, that's the time my family fucked up for like 2 years. But again, that's just funny. Because y'all just went, oh, he has a boyfriend, okay, that's cute, that's fine. Like, we're not even gonna say anything, like, it's chill, you know, like, who really cares? Like, he has a boyfriend instead of a girlfriend, we don't care. And then you get super confused about it. I think it's ridiculous, obviously, because, oh god, 2 men showing affection means they must be gay. But I can kind of see where you're coming from with that, especially if he's not like someone who shares a lot about himself. But still, you gotta admit that's just funny. You fucked up so badly, but in a very unharmful and funny way. Does this compulsory heterosexuality bring you joy? No. Think it for years of confusion and chuck it in the fucking bin. Marie knows how to get shit done. To be fair, Marie knows how to get shit done. She really does. But kind of fair. Kind of fair. I'm here for this kind of thing. Okay, less than 1% of trans people regret transitioning, and of that, under 1%, half say it's because of social stigma or because they're actually non-binary. More than 50% of marriages fail. Stop acting like accepting trans people is dangerous and start worrying about your matrimony dysphoria. Fair. Same with like other operations just having like a much higher regret rate. Like, listen, you can't do anything with 100% certainty, really. Like, nothing is ever like 100% safe, and honestly, you can't ever be like 100% sure. You're never gonna change about your mind about something you're doing or you want to do. Like, you don't know if like 5 years down the line you think, okay, that was a stupid idea. With literally anything. Which is kind of why we have so many rules in place about like transitioning, of like, you need to go to therapists and doctors and, you know, not just like walk up to the doctor and be like, hey, I want hormones, and the doctor's immediately gonna be like, yeah, sure, here, have them. That's actually kind of why we have those rules in place. But still, don't act like you're just trying to protect kids from making mistakes. You're just being a transphobic dickhead. Using they them is grammatically incorrect. It's plural, it can't be used for a single person. Someone can't just decide they want whatever pronouns suit them. Can't they now? Or are you just a dumbass who, again, doesn't even listen to himself talking? And like, it's funny if they say it, but it's even funnier when they type it out. Because then you just like, look at it. And you screenshot it for them and underline it like, bro, you literally just used it for a single person. But no, they wanna ignore that and say, no, that's just, the singular they, them isn't a thing. Literally, it is a thing, and we love to use it. We literally love to use it. I mean, I use it for random people because, honestly, I don't want to be rude and just misgender someone, you know? Because, just no. But still, we love they, them. Stop being a jackass and stop being dumb and not recognize that it is actually correct grammar. It really is an underrated aspect of lesbianism, the way that loving other women makes it easier to love yourself. I know others have experienced this, but the more comfortable I get with being a lesbian, the more I find that I don't really feel as insecure about my flaws anymore. It's hard to hate myself for having body fat, cellulite, stretch marks, short nails, and an inability to apply makeup, body hair, eye bags, and so on when I literally find these things sexy on other women. I love this post so much. Because it's literally fair. It's so much harder to hate yourself for things if you keep looking at other people who maybe have some of those same traits and find them incredibly sexy. Even if you don't necessarily find those exact things about them sexy, you still look at them and you're like, okay, I see that they have whatever, cellulite, or maybe they're not super skinny. But you don't care. They're still sexy to you. And honestly, I think that's beautiful. And it probably does work better if you're like gay or a lesbian, because it's usually probably more like applicable to yourself. But even if you're not, I think we can still kind of apply that. But I think the lesbians still pioneered it, actually, so there you go. Give credit where credit is due, but you still can do this and do a better job of loving yourself, even if you're not necessarily gay or a lesbian, I guess. So anyways, that was all the queer memes. I love wholesome videos. I just love them. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed these wholesome queer memes. And I hope all of y'all are gonna have like a nice Pride Month. I hope you get to celebrate. Because honestly, restrictions are pretty much over in any country, so I'm hoping y'all can safely go to some Pride parades if you're interested in that kind of thing. If you know you're gonna get overwhelmed because it's too loud or anything, that's fine. No one's saying you have to. Don't feel pressured to come out if you're not ready. But yeah, apart from that, I hope you enjoyed these queer memes, and I'll be back in 3 days with my next video.